Have you ever had a routine that turned into a rut? I mean, you had great intentions to start. You worked hard to create healthy rhythms and new habits, only to see them slowly turn into repeatable and uninspired activities. And then slowly draining your creativity and purpose for even doing them in the first place. This is something I've been thinking about lately. As someone who likes routine, I've found that creating new ones can often feel monumental. And maybe why I feel that way is because I've created routines before and they seem to always become ruts. However, the problem with that is often that routine isn't a good routine. It involves cutting corners, not pushing yourself, being lazy, and a slew of other bad habits. So knowing myself, I'd rather just avoid the whole process altogether. And I end up staying with what works or simply whatever routine I'm in at the moment. So in thinking about this, I did a little research. How do you create routines that don't end up turning into ruts? Well, here's what I found out. So the first thing that stood out to me is asking the question, is your routine anchored in purpose or productivity? And what I mean by that is the things that you do, are the things that you are putting into your routine, is it helping you grow spiritually? Is it helping you grow physically? Does it serve a purpose in the outcome that you want? Or is it just doing something to be productive? Because I think we all know and recognize that if it's just something to stay busy or something to, for a time, fill a void, is going to probably fail. So what I found was very interesting. The first thing that stood out to me is that when routine is anchored to purpose, it is far more life-giving and far less mechanical or production-based. And what I mean by that is you ask the questions of, what is it that it's accomplishing in your life? What is the routine actually doing? Is it helping you grow spiritually, physically? Is it helping you strengthen your mind or physically getting stronger or healthier? All of those things. Like, what is the purpose of the routine that you're doing? When you can attach it to a purpose rather than just production, it is going to allow you to thrive and to really place that routine into something that will stay with you. The second thing that I found interesting is that routine should be built around rhythms, not rigid rules. What do I mean by that? Rules tend to lead to burnout. They lead to no spontaneity. They lead to no flexibility. So instead of looking at it as rules that can't be broken, look at the spaces or the things that you're doing as rhythms. That there are times and spaces to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And it's going to look different maybe from day to day or week to week or month to month, and that's okay. I think even that little verbiage change can make a big difference. What I also found very important when you're thinking about routine is that you need to continually refresh and review what it is that your routine is accomplishing and what you want to get out of it. Like anybody, when you do something for a while the same way, it loses its flavor, it loses its interest. We know, our minds already know what's going to happen, and so we either disengage or we get bored or we plateau. There's all kinds of different things that will happen. So we always need to be reviewing, refreshing our routine. What is it that we can change? How can we mix things up, even doing things in different orders? All of those kind of things I think would be really, really helpful. Another thing that I think is really important to avoid your routine becoming a rut is to leave room for spontaneity and play. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Don't create a routine that is not fun and has no room for spontaneity. So whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, build in the opportunity to do something new. If you like to walk at a certain time every day, maybe you change up where you walk. I know, big change. If you do the same routine at the gym to get stronger, maybe be okay with doing different activities in order to accomplish the same thing. If it's in your workspace, maybe you always go over certain things in your job at the same time. Build in the opportunity to look at it a different way, to ask different questions, to do it at a different time of day. Maybe involve others in the discussion or the if that's an option, but do something that is more playful, spontaneous. I think you could find that would be a huge help in not allowing your routine become a rut. This is my last thought on this, and this is something that I've tried to do regularly, and it's probably intuitive just to my personality and my style, but never be complacent in where you're at, meaning always build in opportunity to grow and to learn new things. And this should be a no-brainer, but so often if we become competent at something, or if we have become familiar with a routine or something that we do and it works, we can kind of become complacent and we can kind of just do the same thing because it does work. For instance, when I was really trying to work out a lot, I did the P90X routine for a physical routine, and it really worked. It motivated me, it was hard, I really enjoyed it, but as it went on, you do it for 90 days, and as the weeks went on, you knew the routines, you knew what was coming, and in that it became boring. And then as the years went on and I would come back to it, the boredom would set in much quicker. Each time that I would do it, I was like, okay, I know the routine. I know that probably I need to incorporate other forms of exercise if I'm going to stick with it. And I need to continue that process. I need to grow. I need to continue to add new things. It can be the same for your job or for anything in your life that you want to set routine around. Don't be satisfied with how it is, but find new ways to grow, whether it be reading a book or watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts or talking to friends and asking them questions. There's multiple ways that you can grow in your routine, and understanding new ways to bring new things to your routine. So I hope these things have been helpful for you in thinking about how to keep your routines fresh and not allowing them to become a rut. So don't give up, don't get discouraged, find new ways to grow. I know just in my space here, there's a lot of familiarity. I've been doing, this job here at the church for 20 years for my video stuff. I've been doing that now for several years, and so I can get in a creative rut. So here's my attempt to try to get out of the rut that I'm in, start a new creative process, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.